I'm Patrick Jaye. I'm a senior majoring in marketing and concentrating in professional sales. I'd say throughout high school, I kind of knew I was leaning toward a business major. Majority of my family, uncles and aunts, they're all in the business industry. And sales has always been a passion for me. I like interacting with people, and I love the idea of being compensated for how hard you work. So having been an employee at the Office of Professional and Career Development for a little over 2 years, I've been able to have access to each individual department within our office, and I've been able to see how what we offer has benefited students. So I have utilized it a ton. I've done a few mock interviews throughout the years, and I've always believed that the more interviews you do, the better you get at it. And the awesome thing about our office is we tailor our interviews so that they're real life situations. So the more mock interviews you do with our office, the better you're going to get at interviews, the more comfortable you're going to be within interviewing. So I've utilized that a ton. It's always important to have your resume up to date and professional. So getting resume checks every so often is very important. I think students should utilize that more. An awesome thing that we do here at the Harbert College of Business is each major has a program champion, and their job on top of our OPCD career counselors is kind of coaching you and getting you ready for that job that you're going to get into specifically after college. So I utilized my program champion a ton, Emory Service. He knows a ton about the industry, sales and marketing. And their offices are always open. So I would stop by his office all the time and ask him questions about job search, companies that were on the rise, specific industries within sales, and they're there to help you. They're there to get you that job. So utilize them as often as possible and take advantage of how much they can help you. Summer going into my senior year, I did an internship in software. I always kind of knew I wanted to get into the software side of sales. I like how technical it is, and I have a lot of uncles and aunts that were in that industry. So I did an internship with a company in New Jersey called StealthBits. After that internship, I knew that's what I wanted to do. So when I would go up to Emory Service, we would talk about software. We would talk about software industries within the Southeast. That's where I kind of wanted to work. And he was a huge help, narrowing companies down, reaching out to connections, setting me up with connections. So that way, when I got into the application process, I knew where I wanted to be, what companies I wanted to apply for, and who I needed to be talking to. After I talked to my program champion, Emory Service, for a while, I was down in the Office of Professional and Career Development where I work, and our employer relations director, Mike Stover, called me into his office and mentioned SalesLoft, which was the same company I talked to Emory Service about just a few days prior. I knew I had to take advantage of that opportunity, so I applied to SalesLoft, and about 3 days later, I made the connection and started the interview process. The interview process with SalesLoft was about a month and a half long, where I was interviewing with a number of different managers within the office and HR people. And I think the reason I was successful within that interview process was how much preparation I put in before. So that goes back to your mock interviews within the Office of Professional and Career Development, your resume checks, tailoring your cover letter. So when it comes time to be successful within your interviews, you have everything set, you know what you want to say, and you know what you want to talk about. A lot of students have some misconceptions within the job application process. And one thing that's awesome for students to be able to take advantage of is our walk-in hours. Typically they're 4 days a week for about 4 hours a day. I would pop into those every so often if you have little questions here and there. Our career coaches and our GAs, they're very knowledgeable on every subject. So take advantage of their assistance just so you can perfect every aspect of your job application process.